Rockets.
Houston is trying something new, and teams are having to adjust on the fly.
And it's blocked by Harden.
The block by Covington.
Westbrook with an education and anticipation there. Houston with the small ball lineup.
Welcome back to The Jump. You are looking at the 2018 MVP, James Harden. He's also a three-time MVP runner-up, which is pretty incredible when you think about the breadth of the run he's had. I sat down with James recently to talk about the change in direction that the Rockets made earlier this month and how he thinks it affects their chances to win a title. Take a look.
They've gone small ball. You're starting the shortest lineup in over 50 years. But one thing you better have is a whole lot of Harden.
James Harden, a flamethrower.
Machine just scored.
He's unguardable.
You guys made a pretty significant change to your team at the trade deadline. The first game that you guys played was against the Lakers.
Right.
And the opening tip-off was you against JaVale. And the video and photos from that, just that one moment.
Pretty funny, right?
Are pretty amazing. What did you think as you were going
That was
up
my
to
first
that?
jump ball in the NBA in 11 years. But no, I think it's more spacing, it's more opportunities for our guards to drive and be able to attack the rim, and then we get shooters. So that's pretty good.
How confident are you that the path you're on now can lead to a title this year?
I'm very, very confident.
You do?
Extremely confident.
You think you're going to win it all?
Yeah, as long as we stay healthy, obviously, and defensively be on the string, I think, which we've almost gotten the rhythm, we're going to be a tough challenge.
Harden from the corner. Hits a three. And you knew he was due to make one.
The All-Star Game is a collection of the NBA's best players.
Yeah.
Where do you think you rank among the NBA's best players right now?
I feel like I'm the best player. Yeah, I just, throughout the course of the year, I don't see double teams from anybody else. Usually you see a double team after you have a 50.9 or 60.9. If I have a 18.9, the next game I'm seeing a double team, which is pretty cool. The NBA has never seen it before at half court. So I'm just trying to figure ways to, obviously, be great in that.
It's interesting to me because the NBA's own website has an MVP ladder, their rankings for MVP. They list the top 5 players. You're not even in there, James.
I know, that's crazy.
What do you think of that?
And I still lead the league in scoring.
Third straight year you've led the league in scoring.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
That's something I can't control.
You do have people talking about some of the stereotypes that have blown up around you. Charles Barkley, when they had the All-Star draft.
I'm between Kemba and Trae Young.
Wait, you don't want the dribbler?
Somebody that's going to pass the ball, that's what I want.
Giannis-James makes a joke on the air about, I want to take someone who can pass. I'm taking Kemba Walker instead of James Harden.
I average more assists than him, I think. But I don't see what the joke is. But I didn't even see it. I don't pay attention to stuff like that. I just know none of them can mess with me. When it's all said and done, they'll appreciate it more. But I wish I could just run and with 7 feet and run and just dunk. Like that takes no skill at all. I gotta actually learn how to play basketball, how to have skill, I take that any day.
Do you think that in the end, a title is going to give you the respect that you think you deserve?
I mean, it is, and I will get it.
You feel confident about that?
Very.
Wow, James definitely keeping it 100 there with how he feels. This has its roots in the MVP conversation back and forth between Giannis and James Harden. Tracy, how do you like seeing Harden clap back at those criticizing his style of play?
I love it. It's too much fraternizing going on in today's game. So I love that these boys are jarring at each other. They got a game coming up soon, and I can't wait to see this matchup. But I love them going back and forth at each other.
Yeah, James took that personal. Even though Giannis looked like as if he was joking, James is not joking right now. He's on a quest for a title. He's on a quest for some respect in this league, being that he's a one-time MVP, 3-time runner-up, and it's business for him. And you can see that in this conversation.
Yeah, he definitely thinks. He said they are winning a title, if not this year, then soon. Games like tonight are important steps in that. All right, coming up, Paul's old boss is going to join us here. Celtics General Manager Danny Ainge will be on the program, so stick with us. We'll be right back. We are coming to you live from TD Garden in Boston for a prime-time showdown between two of the hottest teams in the association. Let's take a look at this week's Hits of Style, brought to you by Sprite Ginger. James Harden, always doing something. This is an extremely large poncho puffer, guys. That's what we're going to call it. When you lead the league with 35 points a game, you can wear anything you want.
That look like that should be Shaq's.
I don't know.
That's very big.
Russell Westbrook rocking some.
Westbrook looked like he's ready to get on Soul Train.
Maybe that's what he's doing after this game. You don't know, Paul.
Hey, he groovy. When you're doing what Westbrook doing, you can wear what you want too, huh?
He has been attacking the rim. He's scoring 20 a game in the paint since the first of the year. And we got Jason Tatum, too. No one has been hotter since the All-Star break than him. He's averaging 35 per game over his last 5. He's shooting 58% from the floor, guys.
No matter where
he's figured it out
like a ball.
It's fun to watch.
Yep. You play like that, you can wear whatever you want. I am Rachel Nichols. I am alongside a former Rocket and a former Celtic here tonight. We've got the Hall of Famer, Mr. Tracy Mcgrady.
Back in the house.
And the man who has his number 34 right above us in the rafters here, 2008 Finals MVP.
There it is.
Paul
Good to be home.
Pierce.
It's good to be home.
Man, that looks good up there.
By the way, Paul, ladies and gentlemen, Paul knows everybody in the building.
I know everybody in here.
He's been the mayor since we got here. He's been greeting the security guards, the fans who sit in the front row, the ball kids. Everybody will get a piece of Paul before the end of tonight, and so will you. Now, guys, these two teams faced off on February 11th. That was just right after the Rockets debuted this micro ball lineup. And they won that one pretty handily, 116 to 105. Harden and Westbrook were cooking. They combined for 78 points, 18 rebounds, 12 assists, and they have not lost a game since. So, Paul, we know how Brad Stevens is once he gets a little game film now to work with.
Yes.
What changes do you think the Celtics are going to make now that they have this second time up against this Rockets lineup?
Just an attitude adjustment, and with the way that Jason Tatum is playing, I mean, he's playing like a true superstar, and plus they're going to be at home. I think they really match up well with the Rockets. They have forwards who can handle the ball. They're fast. They're athletic. They can switch on defense. They got to get back in transition one and stop Russ. So if they can contain him, get some homecoming, let their defense settle in the half court, then they got a great chance of winning this ball club game.
Yeah, I think from a defensive standpoint, they're going to have to be solid. If Tice is going to play, he's going to have to really play great individual defense with this small lineup, because that's what they like to do. They like to exploit the mismatch and go at that guy. So if he's going to be on the court, he's got to play some great individual defense, because now you got shooters all around the perimeter. You don't have a big man in the paint now. So he's going to have to be able to close out to shooters, defend one-on-one. And but I think in order for them to win this game, they got to go firepower for firepower. It's got to be small ball. They got to go small ball across the board, and let's see how it matches up with the Rockets.
So you don't buy in that they should go big early, try to beat, we saw P.J. Tucker there for a minute, try to beat him up a little bit and then go small at the end?
So if they have a big man that really can give them some great low post presence and who's physical down there, then yes, I'll say go big. But if you have a guy that you throw the ball down there and you're not getting any production out of him, then you have to go play small ball.
I mean, the Celtics small ball lineup is bigger than the Rockets small ball lineup. And so they match up very well. When you look across the board at Jason Tatum, Brown, 6'8", Hayward, 6'8", 6'9", I mean, they're, like I said, they're bigger already in their small ball lineup.
I like what you said earlier. Jason Tatum is the adjustment. I caught up with Jason at practice today as he was prepping for this game. Take a listen. So, Jason, you were good at the beginning of the season, but then you just took off right near the beginning of January. Your teammate Jaylen Brown said he thought it had something to do with you being named to the All-Star team. I think maybe you were bit by a radioactive spider. Which is it?
I do feel like some pressure was let off after naming an All-Star. You know, I was thinking about it a lot, but once I was named an All-Star, it kind of was like I could just take a deep breath and relax, and I didn't have to worry about it anymore. So, you know, just feel a lot more comfortable now.
What does it feel like for you, especially in clutch time toward the end of a tight game? What do you want to be able to do?
I want to be able to make the right play. You know, I love taking the big shot in those clutch moments. You know, I don't get nervous. You know, I get excited during those times. It's the moment you live for.
I love that. I don't get nervous. I get excited. That is what you want to hear. Thank you to Jason for that. We're going to take a quick break, but stay with us. When we come back, you'll see my conversation with James Harden. He calls himself the best player in the world, talks Rockets title chances. You're going to want to stick around for that.